Hi, this is Dale from Johnson Tractor in Janesville, and we're going to talk about clean grain and tailing systems on Flagship combines. So here's our clean grain elevator. Obviously our elevator chain is inside of it. What you want to do is rotate the chain all the way around, look for any missing paddles or any other damage to the chain. The last couple years they actually updated the elevator chain to where there's a metal backing on it to help the wear of the rubber paddles. When you adjust it, you want to make sure that there's very little slack in the chain, and you want it tight enough to where you can still wiggle the chain back and forth on the lower sprocket. This is where you adjust the chain. What it actually does, it tips the head of the elevator to tighten it or loosen the chain. As we come around on the back side, there's a drive belt and also a chain that goes up and runs the actual elevator in your elevator chain. Everything's got a nut and bolt type system with the gauges on it. So just make sure that you tighten everything up to the gauge. Also, on the driven pulley that's on this shaft with the slip clutch, it is splined, and over time those splines can wear and give you a lot of extra play. So near the top of the elevator is your chain that drives your bubble up auger. Again, check the chain tension, check that tensioner sprocket bearing for any looseness or roughness. Another thing to check is your tailings volume sensor. On this 50 series, they use an optical eye sensor instead of the sensor with the arm, which used to be mounted right here. So if you have an older machine with the mechanical sensor, you want to make sure that arm is freed up, and also make sure everything is clean and calibrate the volume sensor in the monitor. Now we're in the grain tank. We have this access cover off here so you can see the top of the elevator. You can see the clean grain elevator chain and the two tensioning sprockets here. You want to make sure that the sprocket bearings are in good shape. They're not loose or rough or anything like that. Under this cover, you have your impact plate on your yield sensor. You want to make sure your impact plate is in good shape. If it's getting thin or worn, you can replace just the plate without replacing the whole sensor. So our bubble up auger, you'll get most of the wear up on top. It'll get thin, it'll get razor-like. Also, you want to look at the wear on the tube. Obviously, the majority of the wear is going to be on the bottom side of the tube. Now underneath here, there's two gearboxes that drives the bubble up auger. One gearbox is stationary, the other one tips with the auger. Obviously with the grain tanks open, you want to check the oil. On the right one, there's a plug right on top with a little dipstick. On the left side, there's a plug on the side that the oil gets filled up to the top. The covers on your cross augers in your grain tank are adjustable. So if you want to unload faster, you raise them up. If you don't want to unload as fast, you can lower them down. It's your preference on where you want them.